I was in La Jolla when a Sukhoi SU-22 airplane went to fight one of these UFOs. Almost 2,000 people witnessed this event, and it was real. By that time, I was the Aerospace Intelligence Co-Director. But since I was a military subordinate, I have witnessed important experiences. And I say important because these events involve the whole humanity. As an example of a well-known event, I was in La Jolla when a Sukhoi SU-22 airplane went to fight one of these UFOs. Almost 2,000 people witnessed this event. And it was real. I experienced it, and now I am remembering it. It was the military's formation time, and we were in an esplanade in the desert. During that moment, we all witnessed what looked like a balloon. For me, it looked like a hot air balloon that was changing its shape. So we considered it an easy target. By that time, we lived in a tense period with Chile. Due to those circumstances, because we were in a military tension, we were living under what is called red alert. So when this happened, the airplanes were in a 1-minute response mode, which means that since they get the order to take off until the moment that they are in the air, should not pass more than a minute. For this to be possible, it's expensive, complex, but you have to do it. And that was this case on that day. So Lieutenant Santa Maria was commissioned in a Sukhoi SU-22 to take down that object. Because with the technology by that time, with a hot air balloon, you were able to transport on board or hanging out sensors that could capture a lot of information, like radio frequencies, temperatures, levels of humidity, etc., that could help the enemy make decisions about what to do with all that information. So, we have to destroy that balloon. And they sent the airplane, but the Sukhoi SU-22 is a very powerful airplane. It has 12,000 kilograms of takeoff power, so when the airplane takes off, the sound is spectacular. And we were there, seeing over 2,000 people, and everybody was just attentive to the takeoff. But when the airplane was taking off, producing that spectacular noise, this object that supposedly was a balloon inflated itself and became very compact and started to go up in a way that every time that the airplane got close to it, the object ascended like it was escaping. So the pilot had to make a few maneuvers to position itself within shooting parameters. And when he shot it and the ammunition came out, the object simply evaded it, that is, interacted with it. We could say that what was happening there was intelligent. And so they moved a lot and ascended a lot too, reaching up to 55,000 feet. I was not in the airplane, but I was on land, and we saw that it was a cat and mouse chasing game. Because although the object interacted with the airplane, it never fired back, just like it dodged it. And during 45 minutes, which was the only time that the airplane had enough fuel to fly, and the security measures, because everything was done under the safety standards. So we had to come back and land as soon as the low fuel sign went on. During those 45 minutes, he got to fire 75 munitions. 74 or 76, something around that number. And every munition was around the size of a 500 milliliter Coca-Cola bottle. And they have special characteristics. It could be that in a burst of 5, several types of munition come out. But all of them are harmful. And finally, if they don't make impact, they self-destruct within the target's proximity. Which is even worse, because it becomes a grenade with hundreds of splinters that create a wall of fire. And all that happened, and nothing affected the object. And the ascensions were sudden and very fast. That made the pilot struggle to position back within the parameters. At the end, Lieutenant Santa Maria got the order to come back. And he decided to pass really close to the object. I could say that he passed 40 meters away from it, which makes him the human that has been closest to a UFO. And he has made drawings of what he saw and what it looked to my eyes to be like a white balloon that was becoming flat and became a perfect silver sphere and gigantic that ascended and ascended and played with us. Now Santa Maria says, and he also made it in the drawing, that it was a sphere that did not show any propulsion system. It did not have a motor or windows. It did not have anything. And any munition that impacted on it was like absorbed by this object. I proposed to the Peruvian Airforce the creation of a department to study this phenomenon because they happen in an area that the Airforce is responsible for. In our countries, on this side of the world, we have a population that effectively has an open mind to this phenomenon. A very positive attitude. Here, it is like a daily event. They live around us. They are here with us. It is like a genetic memory that tells us that it is okay, that they are here in this, our house. But they are not strangers, and maybe some of them help us. And maybe we should be careful with others.